Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're going to look at a developing story right now between the Cincinnati Bengals. According to a tweet from Ian Rappaport, it says the Bengals are expected to fire OC Ken Zampese. Sources say after 2 games without a touchdown, Zampese is out. And this, of course, is true. I mean, the offense of the Bengals has not been playing exceptionally well at all. There's lots of people to blame for it, whether you want to blame Andy Dalton for it, if you want to blame the offensive line for it, if you want to blame the play calling for it. Of course, this is what they seem to be blaming right now, is at least Zambezi. But I figured I want to look at Bill Lazor, because Bill Lazor is expected to come in and become the new OC, and just look at some of his prior success as a offensive coordinator on the Miami Dolphins, and to just hopefully, maybe there's some hope. Now, of course, offensive coordinators shouldn't be given the credit for every single thing that a team does, because they're offensive coordinator. I mean, they don't really have a ton of control over the quarterbacks or the running backs or the wide receiver talent or the offensive line talent. It's the Miami Dolphins offensive. It's the Miami Dolphins offensive unit versus the Bengals offensive unit. But I did think it's a good sort of way to look at, okay, this is when Bill Lazor was a play caller on the Miami Dolphins. This is how well he did, and this is how well the Bengals have been doing so far on their own offense. This is how they're doing right now, and then hopefully somewhere in the middle they can improve their offense, because this Bengals defense is playing pretty well. I mean, if you just go back and look at most of the other data that I've done on the Bengals, their defense is playing enough to actually put them at a very high ranking when it comes to just overall ability, to win as a football team. But if you can't put up points, you can't put up touchdowns, you turn over the football. If the offense is not working, you're just not going to win a lot of football games, and it doesn't matter what type of defense you have. So it's just one of those situations where if they can just rectify the offensive situation, then the Bengals can definitely win more football games. So first off, let's look at the Bengals situation when it comes to offensive split data, when it comes to rushing and passing. In terms of what are some of the breakdowns, what are some of the things they're doing well, and what are some of the things they're not doing too well. So when you start off with the rushing split data, in terms of first down conversion rates through week 1 to 2, the running game has not been that bad for the most part. They've been kind of average, in terms of they've been kind of a little bit above average when it comes to the ability to create first downs on first down. They've been kind of below average when it comes to making first downs on second down. And they've also been about average when it comes to third down conversion rate as well. So the running game has not been horrible by any stretch of the imagination. It's just been average, and that is not the best situation when you look at the passing game, where they have been just abysmal when it comes to the ability to I mean, they've been below average when it comes to the ability to create first downs with the first down. They've been one of the worst in the NFL over the last 2 weeks when it comes to the ability to create first downs on second down. They've also been one of the worst in the NFL when it comes to creating first downs on third down. And fourth down has been the only area where they've actually been okay, which is not that great to say. I hate to say that. And when you look at the breakdowns of everything, it's really second and 4 to 6, second and 7 to 9, second and 10, third and 1 to 4, third and 4 to 6. Those are the main areas that they're struggling. And, of course, just regular first and 10, 23.33 out of all the NFL teams through, from week 1 to week 2 thus far. So this is bad. If your rushing offense is not getting it done when it comes to creating first downs, which it's getting, the rushing offense is working a lot better than the passing offense, but the rushing offense is not exactly extremely efficient either. And then you add in this systemic issue with the passing offense, you got problems. So now we bring in Bill Lazor. So, looking at how Bill Lazor's Miami team, so, Bill Lazor was the offensive coordinator of the Miami Dolphins from 2014 to 2015. And while he was there, he was not a big guy when it came to run percentage. That's kind of the bigger sort of thing to just kind of point out, is that while he was on the Miami Dolphins from 2014 to 2015, they had pretty much the lowest run. Basically, they passed about. They basically ran the ball only about 20.56 compared to the rest of the NFL. So they were one of the least rushing offenses in terms of attempts compared to the rest of the NFL. And they were also one of the least in 2015 as well. So Bill Lazor, based on his play calling on the Miami Dolphins, is more of a pass-heavy type of offensive coordinator, at least based on what he was calling and how he was structuring his offense on the Dolphins. And then when we get to his actual conversion rates when it comes to rushing, he's not been that a great either. He's been kind of uneven. His best year was 2014. 2014 is actually his best season as an offensive coordinator when it comes to just overall efficiency. But 2014 was a pretty solid year when it comes to first down conversion rates with the run. 2015 was a little less, and of course they didn't run the ball a ton. 7.5 out of 100 in terms of run percentage that year, compared to all the other NFL teams since 1998. So, it could make sense why the running game didn't really do as well, because they just weren't rushing the football that much, and as a result, it made the rushing game not that efficient. But the biggest thing to really pay attention to is the reason why he exists. The reason why Bill Lazor is here. The reason why Bill Lazor is getting this job, or at least being promoted to be the OC, is because of the passing offense. And when you look at the passing split data in terms of passing first down conversion rate, and you look at 2014, that is what you want to see. 2014 is what you want to see in terms of his passing split ability. So, 97.18 in terms of first down conversion rate in 2014, 81.09 in second down conversion rate in terms of ability to create first downs on second down. A little bit above average when it came to third down conversion rate as well. And you could, of course, look at the rest of the splits. 2015, not the best, though, about average when it came to first down conversion rate. Second down stayed the same. Third down was abysmal. And then everything else like that. Which brings me to my ultimate conclusion about Bill Lazor. This is definitely a very small sample size. This definitely is dealing with variables that the Bengals aren't experiencing right now. Because, this is the Miami Dolphins. This is not the Cincinnati Bengals. What I can say is Bill Lazor has shown, he's shown in 2014 to be a very competent play caller when it comes to the passing game, and when it comes to just having overall success with him, doing that play calling in 2014. If I don't expect them to be 2014 Miami Dolphins tomorrow, that's the biggest thing to me to kind of say. But you can see kind of where that, maybe not upside, but just you can see where the heights are with this offensive coordinator. You can kind of see why he's seen as a maybe not innovator, but a highly sought after kind of passing guru type because of this. However, he's had years where he dipped a bit, where he hasn't shown to be consistent. He didn't repeat from that 2014 success into 2015, because 2015 was just all over the place. They relied way too much on the passing game that year as well. The balance was just, the balance was already kind of out of proportions in 2014, but the balance is really out of proportion in 2015. And as a result, both the rushing game and the passing game suffered because of that imbalance overall. In terms of these particular sort of data points. So that's the basic things that I can say about Bill Lazor as offensive coordinator. He has shown to have some success. When he was head of Miami Dolphins in 2014 in terms of being the offensive coordinator there, he was able to have a ton of success with the passing game, which is something that the Bengals are struggling with this year. Is he going to come in and everything's going to go back to normal and everything's going to be better? Maybe not, because of this situation, and on top of the fact that he's more of a pass happy type of coordinator. And as I already showed you, right now your rushing offense is your best. The best thing about your offense right now with the Bengals is your rushing offense, and you're putting a guy in charge who's heavily pass heavy, pass happy, if you will, in terms of his play calling style. So a lot of things could go wrong, is all I'm trying to say. with this. So we'll see what happens. I do have some confidence, at least some hope that that Bill Lazor will be able to come in and contribute to the offensive game and improve things, because you can't go much farther than what they are right now in terms of how bad this passing offense is. So I would hope that he comes in and he improves things, but don't expect him to come in and put up like a 2014, like just basically turn everything around and everything gets fixed, because I kind of doubt that. But just keep in mind that if they can just improve this offense just a little bit, if they can improve their first down conversion rate in terms of passing downs a little bit, and they can improve their second down conversion rate especially, and their third down conversion, if they can just improve those areas just a little bit, you'll start to win more football games, because that is the one thing that's been holding back this team, is really that offense, in terms of passing offense specifically, if you just look at the data. So if they can improve that one area, Bill Lazor can come in and just get things to average, just get the second down conversion rate to average, just get the first down conversion rate to they could just get to average in these particular data points, then they should see improvements in wins overall. So again, my name is James Coburn. You can find my work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.